Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for today's ABA contest between the Oceanside Surf as they host the Las Vegas Royals. Las Vegas Royals are ranked in the top 10 in the country. For the American Basketball Association, they come in with a 10-1 record, and the Oceanside Surf have a 1-7 record, just getting their first win last week. They've been close in a lot of games, but finally picked up that first win last week. And I'm going to give you the starting lineups. The starting lineups for the Royals. At point guard, number 3, Polly Coleman. At forward, number 21, Brandon Green. Forward, number 12, Jaden Martin. And forward, number 1, the son of Freddie Banks from UNLV from the late 1980s. My favorite college basketball team ever was the 1990 Rebels, but 1987 they went to the Final Four with Freddie Banks, Mark Wade, Gerald Patio. His son, Fred Banks, is wearing number 1 in the black and green. And shooting guard number 0, Dominic Watson. Their coach is Anthony McNeely. And for the Oceanside Surf, starting at point guard, number 3, TJ Jackson. And number 8, KJ Houston. Wearing number 1, Kenny Barnes. Number 15 is Chake Moses. Really beautiful, shifty, nifty guy. And number 73, Aaron Hands, would be the big man rounding out the Surf lineup. So we're about ready for tip-off here. It is high noon right now. And we are ready for action as the Surf look to take down the Royals from Las Vegas. Las Vegas had played the Chula Vista Suns, are ranked number 1 in the country. They had played them 2 weeks ago on January 6th and were leading that game for a long time, and then ended up losing by about 20 or so plus points. So they did look good for a while. They are good. They're ranked, like I said, possibly number 5 still in the country. Got to see after this weekend. We are ready here. So we got Brandon Green at center against Aaron Hands. And ends up in the hands of Moses. Ball is tipped away. It'll stay possession of the Surf. I'm not sure why they have 2 points on the scoreboard. I don't know if they got 2 points rewarded before the game or if that's a mistake. But there's 2 points on the scoreboard for the Royals already.
Get it back, get it back, get it back.
Here's TJ Jackson. And the basket is good by KJ Houston. I do gotta ask why the Royals got 2 points because I never saw them make a basket.
4-3.
Scorekeeper, can you tell me why?
Three, four. What we in?
And the rebound at Kenny Barnes with a new fresh short haircut for Kenny. Here's Aaron Hands being guarded down low real tightly. TJ with a nice pass inside to Kenny Barnes with the basket. So 5-4 lead Ball blocked by Moses. And oh, the jam home by Brandon Green. The stuff. The Royals up by 1, 6-5. We got a foul committed by the Oceanside Surf.
Is that on the ground or two?
So it'll be 2 shots coming for Polly Coleman, who will be at the line.
Shot clock, shot clock. Thank you.
And Coleman makes the first. And he tacks on the second as well, giving the Royals a 2-point lead, 7-5 over the Surf. 8:43 left here in the game, or in the first quarter, I should say. Sorry. And there's Moses from outside. I did not see the arms go up for the 3, and I don't think the scorekeeper knows what to put on either. And there's a 3-pointer at the other end by Dominique Watson with the tray. Should be 11-8 Royals on top. Should be 11-8 Royals. Sorry, helping up the scorekeeper there for a moment. Just getting situated here on a new court and a new clock on the scoreboard. And a rebound taken away and controlled by number 1 Fred Banks. But interrupted on the other end by the Surf, but it'll stay Royals' possession. Fred Banks with the fadeaway is no good, barely grazes the net. And it'll be Surf ball. Look pretty. So here's TJ Jackson over to Hands, also known as A-Rod. TJ in the corner going baseline. And he's going to have it knocked away. And Surf will retain possession here. We'll take it out of bounds on the baseline. Got to adjust the shot clock here. So we only have 1 scoreboard on the court, and it is hard to see, and I'm not sure if you guys can see it at home. So we're gonna have 23 seconds on the shot clock. I believe the refs are debating this to verify if this is correct. I think they're gonna adjust this down. So we got a 9-7 lead by the Royals. 7:26 left in the first quarter. All right, so refs are going to keep it at 23 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to keep the score, I believe, at 9-7. And here's the Surf looking to tie things up is Kenny Banks. Or Kenny Barnes. Sorry, I was mixing Freddie Banks with Kenny. I was so excited that was Freddie Banks' son because I knew his dad from the old UNLV Rebels from 1987. And Kenny Barnes is also my good friend, so I don't mean to butcher your name. But that was a beautiful shot off the window to tie things up here by Kenny Barnes. Ball taken away by Fred Banks. Going back the other way are the Royals. Looking to regain the lead. They don't. Aaron Hands comes away with the rebound. Here's A-Rod. Going with his left hand. And it's a foul on the play. And it'll be against number 21, Brandon Green of the Royals. This will be a non-shooting foul. Taken out of bounds by KJ Houston. And his Hands thought about the three. And dribble it out. And guarded by Green. Gets it down to Moses. Shoots a baseline jumper. It's good. So Moses gives the Surf their first lead of the game, 11-9. I actually thought they had scored first in the game, but for some reason, I don't know. There's invisible points by the Royals or what had happened. But anyway, that lead was short-lived as the Royals retake the lead with a three-point shot. It's a 12-11 lead for the Royals from up the road in Las Vegas. Vegas is about a 4.5-hour drive from where we sit right here in this north end of San Diego. Straight up the road. One freeway gets you there. But a lot of mountains, and hopefully it'll be a lot of mountains that the Surf put in the way of the Royals to get to another victory. Oceanside Surf looking for the upset here today, and they're keeping things tight right now. Let the ball go back the other way to the Royals. Here's Coleman driving the lane, dishes off, and a nice reverse by his teammate Jaden Martin with the basket, and that makes it 14-11. So 3-point lead for the Royals. 5:38 left here in the first period. Woo, some nice dribbling moves right there by Cameron Barnes. Cameron Barnes can't get it to go, and it'll be out of bounds off the Surf. Royals ball. And entering the game for Las Vegas is number 32, that's Zach Cowell. And he's into the game for the first time, I believe. Here we go. So Royals with 3-point lead. There's Cowell with the spin around and going to finally draw the foul. Thought the defense was doing pretty good, but Cowell gets his way there, and he'll be at the line. And he's good, nothing but net. So Royals looking good from the free throw line today. 3 points. They got a 4-point lead now, 15-11. And he makes a second. So got at least 4 free throws in a row from the last 2 players at the line. Here's TJ Jackson getting in the front court and driving to the hole, off the glass and in is TJ Jackson. Cuts the Royals lead to 3. That shot no good by Fred Banks, and the Surf the other way. Astro left all alone, but has it stripped away, and here come the Royals. Polly Coleman draw the foul. He'll be back at the line shooting 2. Surf only with about 8 players today, so fouls will play a big part in this game, and Coleman is good for the second as well, so at least 6 straight free throws for the Royals made. Astor to TJ. TJ backing up. 3 versus 3 in the jerseys. It's Kenny Barnes. Over to his brother Cameron, who's going to get fouled shooting the tray. So he'll be at the line shooting 3. And we got a timeout on the floor. Our first timeout of the game comes at 3:43 of the first period. It is a 16-13 lead by the Las Vegas Royals. Clarifies everything. So I was looking for if they had got rewarded for something. They sure enough did. Sure enough. Royals got rewarded with points. Remember, I was saying that Surf had scored the first points of the game, but there were points already on the board, so I don't know if the scorekeeper had put points in the wrong place or just mistaken she couldn't take them off. But we did. The Surf, the home team, did not have the ABA three-point line here, so this is a high school three-point line. So it was an admin, technical, if you will, penalty against the admin. So the Royals got rewarded with points. And free throw good by Cameron. 16-15. 3:31 left in the first period, and a quick basket at the other end by the Royals makes it 18-15. He's staying close, and Cowell strong for the rebound. He's going to get fouled by Cameron Barnes, coming down with the board there. And here's the Royals, and pulling up for a long 3. It's no good. It's Dominic Watson, no good on the long shot effort. Here's Cameron Barnes, gonna drive to the hole, pull up, jumper no good, but rebounded by Astor Beatty. And his putback no good, but he's gonna get another rebound and putback, and dishes off to Cameron Barnes, who gets fouled. And he is fouled by number 32, Zach Cowell, committing the foul.
After the first foul, right?
So Cameron Barnes will be at the line shooting 2. Wearing a jersey that says Bias, but it's Cameron Barnes that makes the first free throw. Cuts the Royals lead to 2. Looking to cut it to 1 right here. And he doesn't, but offensive board by Moses over to Beatty and back into the hands of Cameron Barnes, who puts it up and in. So instead of tying it up with 1, he goes ahead by 1. Should be 19-18. Should be 19-18. Should be 19-18. They got a 2. The free throw was going to tie, and it missed. And another 2-point basket by the Surf. The Surf should be so little run there by the Surf. Little flurry of points by the Surf. Scoring about 4 straight times there between the free throws and the putback. And 2 more quick hurry baskets. Before that little spurt, the Surf had been down by 5. Up by at least 5 on the scoreboard right now. Ref is talking to a scorekeeper operator right now. Nice little run by the Surf. Surf's up right now. The Royals team is really deep over here. The Royals team, they got 10 players here. And the Surf only 8. So we'll have to see if they can keep up the momentum for 4 quarters of play. The Surf have been much better than their 1-7 record. They have been in a lot of contests, had huge 20-point leads that they ended up losing. They played in Oceanside, home to, I think it was Fresno. And a couple months ago, that was the saddest, toughest loss because they had been leading by so much in that game and lost it. They finally picked up the first win last week. Royals picked up 3 points right there on that play with the 3-point shot, and they just cut the Surf lead to 2, so it's 23-21 with 1:50 here left in the first quarter. And here's Cameron Barnes over to T.J. Jackson. Mr. Jackson, if you're nasty. He goes down the lane, has it knocked away, but into the hands of Cameron Barnes, and ends up in the hands of Dominique Watson of the Royals. Jaden Martin looked to dish it off, but ends up in the hands of Cameron Barnes, but back in the hands of the Royals, and Beatty's going to commit the foul down low. So that'll put Jaden Martin at the line shooting 2, and Beatty committing the foul. At least 2 on him. Start keeping track. I'm not sitting next to the scorebook, so I apologize. Don't have accurate results right now. Gotta sit somewhere kind of alone and isolated so I can see the scoreboard. The one and only scoreboard is on the scores table facing outward, so I have to sit out in left field a little bit. Again, Jaden Martin at the line. His last free throw is good. And those 2 free throws gives the Royals a 24-23 lead. Here's Kenny Barnes. Kenny Barnes going to the hole. That's good. Chase Moses up high for the rebound. Ends up in the hands of T.J. Jackson up ahead to Kenny Barnes. Kenny Barnes over to Cameron Barnes. Can't control it. Gonna pull up. And nothing but net from outside for Cameron Barnes. Very great shooter coming off the bench right now. It just recently got added to the team a few weeks ago, I guess. A month ago. Should be a starter, but coming off the bench. This is my opinion. It's a good one, but he's a great player. He'll work his way into that starting role. Another basket. It's now a 6-point 4-point lead, the largest by the Surf. Final 8 seconds ticking down of the first quarter. Royals don't seem to be aware of it. And there's Cal with the ball, and that clock is going to run out on them. Oh, that's horrible by the Surf to commit the foul with just 1 second winding down. It's a dumb foul. There was like 1 point something left. I saw 1 point something left is what I saw when there was like 1 point something left when it came. Which really sucks. You don't commit a foul with 1 point something seconds left ever. Those of you out there listening, learning. Even you experienced players, sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment, you do things and you just never want to commit a foul when the clock is almost down, because you almost made them forget about the clock and don't get it off on time. You go to the bench with your lead instead of them getting these free shot opportunities with the clock stopped, catching up to you. And that's exactly what happened. That's why it's called a dumb foul. So, on the scoreboard, I don't know if this is even right. It says 30-25. That is the end of the first period. And Oceanside Surf is on top of the Las Vegas Royals. They need this big upset here to have dignity and peace of mind on this team. It's like I said, they've had a lot of heartbreakers. They've had a couple bad losses, but they are much better than their 1-7 record. Much, much, much better. These are some really great players. Just have not been able to pull off the win for a whole 48 minutes. So it looks like we're going to have that score kept at 30-25. We wait the start of the second period here from San Diego, California. A little note here, it looks like the scoreboard got adjusted by 1 point after they went through their books at the end of the quarter, like is typical, just to verify that everything is accurate. We got a 30-26 score, so 1 more point was added there. So Surf clinging to a 4-point lead as we start the second period with the Royals with the ball. Royals in the black jerseys with the green trim, and shooting for 3 right away, no good. And Astro the rebound. Visitors point guard TJ, who gets it up ahead to Moses. Moses back to TJ. Over to Kenny Barnes. Kenny Barnes going to drive and go underneath the defense, and he's going to get his own rebound and ends up in the hands of the Royals. Good double team. Forces the ball out of bounds off of number 11. It's Jacob Rainey losing the ball out of bounds, and Surf get the ball with that good defense. It's TJ Jackson pulling up for 3. It's no good. Hits the front iron. And Royals coming back the other way. 1-on-2 situation. And Cameron Barnes comes away with it. Now we got a 2-on-1. Kenny Barnes underneath with a beautiful reverse. Puts the Surf up by 6, 32-26. 11 minutes to go here in the second quarter, and another steal and takeaway by Barnes and the Oceanside Surf. TJ Jackson at the other end puts the Surf up by 8, and that forces a timeout by the Royals and Coach Anthony McNeely. So 8-point lead, 34-26. Oceanside Surf looking good here against one of the top 5 teams in the country for the ABA. All right, so the lineup on the floor, we got Cameron Barnes, TJ Jackson, Kenny Barnes, Chick Moses, Aaron Hands for the Surf on defense right now. And driving straight to the hole, but no good, is the Royals. But hands up ahead to TJ Jackson, that's no good. Rebounded by the Royals. A nice, good fundamental passing right there. And a great play. Great feeds and a great basket, but Brandon Green cut the Surf lead to 6. I thought it was a 6-point lead before. 34-28. 10:20 left here in a second. I have to look behind me to see the scoreboard. I apologize. I hope you guys can see it on the screen there. Kenny Barnes inbounding to Hands. TJ Jackson. Over to Cameron Barnes, who drives the lane, puts up a little floater, and it's rebounded by the Royals. And the rebound taken away by Cameron Barnes. Over to Moses. Moses, just beautiful off the window and in. Chick Moses puts the Surf up 36-28. Up to an 8-point lead now with 9.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Pull-up jumper, no good. And rebound taken away, literally, by Kenny Barnes. Here's TJ Jackson with the jumper. That's a 3. TJ Jackson, if you're nasty, that's a... Wow, we got an 11-point lead now for the Surf. 39-28, 9:14 left here in the second quarter. A little shifty nifty by Jacob Rainey. He's going to have the whistle called his way. So it'll be a foul on... I don't know who the ref said that. He held up a lot of fingers that we don't have a jersey number of. But nonetheless, Jacob Rainey at the line, shooting 2. Rainey gets the first. And one more shot coming to Rainey. And it's short, and rebound controlled by KJ Houston. And here's Jamal Whaley into the game. So Houston and Whaley haven't said their names much today, except for in the lineups. What a beautiful play. Doesn't go, though. Darn it. Would have been a nice highlight. I hate it when there's beautiful passes and then the bucket isn't scored. Shame, shame, shame. But here's Kenny Barnes coming back the other way. Lost out of bounds. It'll be Royals ball. So we got Mr. Fred Banks, son of Freddie Banks from UNLV back in the day. Great UNLV Final Four team was his dad on. And there's a three-point shot good by Polly Coleman. Cuts the Surf lead to 7 all of a sudden. There's Houston finding Cameron Barnes across court. He's going to go baseline and kick it out across court over to KJ Houston, who's all alone for 3. So back up to a 10-point lead for the Surf. And Jamal Whaley takes it away and controls it, gets it over to Houston. Houston up ahead to Cameron Barnes, and that's knocked away by Fred Banks. And Fred Banks intercepts the ball, takes it away, and Fred Banks finds his teammate down low who gets it, saves it in bounds. And count the basket and a foul. That bucket is good. That's Brandon Green who got the basket. The foul. And should be at the line shooting 1. So we got a timeout on the floor, so we're gonna have to wait for the rest of that three-point play to continue. We got 7:35 left here in the first half. It's a 42-34 lead by the Oceanside Surf. Visitors down by 8. So we got Brandon Green at the line shooting 1 after making the made basket and drawing the foul, and does not capitalize on the three-point opportunity. So Kenny Barnes pulls down the rebound. Kenny Barnes gets across half court, and he's getting a little stuck there with the good defense by Royals' Fred Banks there. Fred Banks' dad, Freddie Banks, was a really great guard for UNLV Rebels. Back in the 80s, took his team to the Final Four along with Mark Wade and Gerald Patio, as I told you. And who else was on there? I remember there was somebody with a B. Can't think of his name right now. But here we go. Back to the Surf Royals. KJ Houston finds Kenny Barnes left all alone in the corner for 3. No good. Hands controls the rebound. Saves the possession for the Surf. And Cameron Barnes off the window and in. The basket is good by Cameron Barnes and puts the Surf up by 10 with 7:07 left here in the second half. In the second quarter, I should say. Here's Aaron Hands. Good trap defense here by the Royals. But basket is good by Kenny Barnes. And a fresh new haircut by him. Almost unrecognizable. Here's Cowell, Zach Cowell. Backing down low, and it's going to be too many steps for you, Mr. Zach Cowell. Move looked nice and strong, but too many steps. Turnover to the Surf. Here's Cam Barnes coming up. And he turns it over. So Royals take it back with the steal. It's Jaden Martin with the steal. Gives it over his teammate on the baseline. Back in the hands of Martin. Back over to the corner to his teammate. Little catch and go. Doesn't get the Royals bounce, and Aaron Hands comes away with it. But look at the Royals. Polly Coleman takes it away. And here's Coleman. Going to dish it off to Martin and get it back as Coleman. In the hands of Rainey. Rainey being guarded by Aaron Hands. Bumps into his wall of the chest there. And a 2-on-1, 3-on-1 if you will. KJ Houston no good. And they'll get a new shot clock and a new possession here. Cameron Barnes comes out with a long rebound. And Cameron Barnes comes away with a long three-point shot and a smile. And well, they're up by 17 just like that. And, whoops, nope. Hands couldn't control the rebound, and Kenny Barnes does, though. Lots of black jerseys back. KJ Houston will slow it down and pull it out. And he'll find Cam Barnes in the corner for three. Back-to-back threes for Cameron Barnes. Told you, that's the best shooter on the team right here. Coming off the bench and doing all that. There's Fred Banks, no good. And all alone in the corner for three. That's a little short for the Royals. Zach Keller, a good rebound. And taken away by Jamal Whaley. Whaley coming back the other way. Got a black jersey. He's going to keep it outside. Why not? Not successful that time. And nice moves at the other end by Jaden Martin, but results in nothing. We got some substitutions coming into the game now at this little break. So you got Moses returning and Astro coming back in for the Surf. They will be on the floor with Jamal Whaley, who will stay. A hot hand, Cam Barnes. It's TJ Jackson. Here's Fred Banks going down the middle of the lane. Can't get it to go. Follow up, no good either. And there's a foul committed by Jake Moses. Got to put Polly Coleman at the line shooting two. Fred Banks walking in front of me. His daddy used to wear glasses. A little lanky guy. They don't not look the same body type at all. This Fred Banks has a lot more meat on him. Here's TJ Jackson coming back quickly the other end. A free throw jumper is good by TJ Jackson. Oh, nice bounce pass underneath to Zach Cowell, who gets the basket. Well, it's 56-36, 20-point lead with 3:32 left here in the second quarter. Rebound pulled down by the Royals. They like to go fast here. And a three-point shot is good by Dominique Watson. He's been a little quiet today. He's usually a really great scorer, and gets that three-point shot there to go. So that cuts the Surf lead to 17. And we got another timeout on the floor. San Diego, 3:12 left here in the second quarter. Lead is a 17-point lead, 56-39 by the Oceanside Surf, leading the number 5 in the country, Las Vegas Royals. I know these Royals and everybody else who's watching online might be surprised that 1-7 Surf has been leading by 17 points the second quarter, but like I said, this Oceanside Surf team has a lot of great talent on the team. Very talented, good players, but they've given up some tough winning margins that have resulted in a lot of losses, and just picked up their first win at the final buzzer last week. So, but they are great players, and they're staying with it. And they just had the baseline jumper by Cam Barnes right there. A tack onto their lead. A 19-point lead now. Black shirts down, and Fred Banks is down after that stuff by Astro. What? Out of bounds off of Astro's strong hand there. So Royals retain possession. And the Royals draw the foul. They said the foul was on T.J. Jackson, number 3. And that puts Dominique Watson at the line shooting 2. T.J. Jackson's usually the leading scorer of the Surf for the most part. Really great player is T.J. Jackson, but doing a different role right today, and it's just whatever's working is working. And right now, Cam Barnes has been hot from outside, and that's been working right now. So a lot of team ball right now. Everybody touching the ball for the Surf. And there, Cam Barnes again. Right after I say he's got the hot hand, he hits another 3. And another steal. And here's T.J. Jackson. A nice rainbow, doesn't go, and he's going to get another try. And he can't get that to go. Almost got it back for a 3rd time. But Royals come away with it. But Cam Barnes comes away with it, puts it ahead to T.J. Jackson. Back out to Barnes. That's a little short. And Fred Banks comes with a rebound. And pulling up for 3, no good, was Dominique Watson. And ball is lost out of bounds. Refs are going to keep it down at this end. Say it'll be Royals ball out of bounds. And Watson quickly gets the bucket. No foul. I thought maybe there was going to be a and 1 there, but no. But he got the quick bucket. 1:40 left here in the first half. T.J. Jackson going to slow it down and milk the clock here. They got the big lead. They don't need a hurry. Unless he sees the goal. T.J. Jackson pulling up from inside the lane. No good. Rebound pulled down by Fred Banks. Polly Coleman letting it go. That's wide left. And a rebound to T.J. Jackson, who gets fouled. And he will take that. 1:12 left in a half in a large lead. And here's T.J. Jackson coming up the floor. Gets across court, does not make eye contact with his counterpart. He pretends like he don't even see him. I like that. And here's Cameron Barnes working on the outside. Gonna pull up in front of his defender, no good. And rebound ripped down by Watson. Watson gets past Astro with a nice move, and Watson off the glass and in. And he's coming alive right now. Here's TJ going back the other way. Nifty, shifty. Falls down for TJ Jackson in the Oceanside Surf. Got 28 seconds ticking down here in the first half. Watson with the ball being guarded by Whaley. He pulls up short. Whaley forced that. Good job by Whaley. Whaley gets it to Jackson. Jackson, oh, he loses it. He should have called a timeout right there to save the ball. And Watson outside for 3. So Watson coming alive. We got 3 shots the last couple of minutes here. And we got 4.2 showing on the clock. It should be going. It's halftime, the refs say. Clock should have never stopped. And we are at the half now. So we got a 63-49 lead by the home team, Oceanside Surf. Surprising. The number 5th ranked team in the country for the ABA. So that's a 14-point lead. We thank you for joining PR Sports on this Saturday afternoon here, January 20th. A cold day here in San Diego, but we are just warming up here. So surf has been hot, just like a summer ocean day. And I'm going to come back in a few minutes with some stats for you. I'm going to give from the scorekeeper, get some numbers. We're going to find out how many points Cameron Barnes has today, because I know he's got a lot. Let's see what Dominique Watson has too. Is he's picked up about 8 points just in the last few minutes to end the half. So for the Royals on the other side. All right, we'll be right back in just a few minutes. We'll grab something to eat and we'll be right back. All right, we're ready to start the second half. Leading all scorers was Cameron Barnes in the first half for the Oceanside serve. We start the second half with the surf up 63 to 50, 13-point lead. 11:45 to go now as we have the opening moments of the third quarter. Here's KJ Houston. He gets that knocked away by Martin. Jaden Markin. Not allowing that in here today. A nice block up high for Jaden Martin. Sends the ball out of bounds off of his hands, so Surf have possession here. KJ Houston gives it over to Kenny Barnes. And then hands. And A-Rod draws the foul. Here's KJ Houston. Down low to A-Rod. Reverse no good. And Fred Banks comes down with the rebound. The Royals coming back the other way, looking to chop down the Surf lead here. Let's see if they correct things. Made some changes at the half. If anything works, but that basket is good by Martin. So we denied the Surf at the other end, got a basket, so it's positive for the Royals right now. But they do not want to go down to the Surf, as they want to stay in the rankings in the top 10 of the country here. Here's Watson coming away. And quickly going down the other end is Watson. And here come the Surf coming back the other way. KJ Houston from outside, no good. Rebound to the Royals. The Surf are not getting the offensive boards that they had in the first half, and they have not connected yet. And hopefully they have not lost their first half momentum. They got them the great 20-point lead in the first half. Watson gets it in. His teammate with the underhand floater is good. It's Polly Coleman, who led all scorers for the Royals with 16 points in the first half. Gets his 18th point. Does Coleman at the other end. And now we have a foul on the Royals, number 21. Brandon Green committing a foul, puts TJ Jackson at the line. He misses the first free throw. And TJ gets the second. And he's going to get another free throw. And the third one's good, so he gets 2 out of the 3. That makes the score 65 to 54. So only an 11-point lead now with 9:34 left here in the second. So again, they're not keeping the big winning margin that they had in the first half. So it means the Royals are outscoring them here in the second, as they have chopped down that lead. The basket no good by Martin. TJ Jackson quickly back the other end off the left hand. It's no good, but he's fouled on the play, and he'll be at the line shooting 2. 2 more for TJ, who just made 2 out of 3 on the last offensive possession trip down. He makes the first on this trip. And knocks down the second. So TJ with 4 points here in the third quarter, all off from the free throw line. And that alley-oop doesn't go. And all alone from the left corner is Watson. It's no good. It'll be out of bounds. It'll stay Royals ball here. It looks like we got the 3D red light on. And from the corner for three, trying to take advantage of that red light was probably Coleman, but it doesn't go, and the rebound is to Houston. Houston brings it up to front court for the serve into the hands of A-Rod. A-Rod has it rejected again by Brandon Green. Coming back into the game for the Oceanside Surf is Astro, number 5. Coleman down to Watson. Watson down low. A short jumper is no good, but he's fouled on the play by number 3, TJ Jackson with the push, who can't believe it. That's a little ticky-tack if you ask me, but the ref got his hands on his hips telling TJ, sorry, you committed a foul. So I thought it was light, so I don't know, but Watson is at the line and makes a free throw nonetheless, and that counts. And he makes the second. So Watson good from the free throw line. And Watson, I told you, had a really good closeout of the second quarter. He had 14 points in the first half. And there's a travel violation. The Royals ball. And nice length of court pass to Watson with the easy basket at the other end. Very quick score. Oceanside Surf needs to keep getting offensive production, and they're not. Royals are coming away with the rebound, and they're cutting into the Surf lead time and time again. Surf up by 10 with 7:53 to go here in the third quarter. We got a timeout on the floor as we get just under the 8-minute mark here in San Diego, California. We'll be right back. So here we go. We got Polly Coleman working the baseline, dishes off to his teammate, and they kick it back out to him in the corner, no good. And Jake Mosa is going to get the rebound on the other end. The ref says he's out of bounds on the sideline there. So Royals will get another opportunity on this end here. Watson. Against Astro. Puts a little shake and bake on him. Gets the hole, doesn't get the basket to go. But refs call another foul. So a lot of opportunity here for the Royals with the clock stopped. slice into that Oceanside surf lead. Surf still up by 10, 68-58, 7:27 left here in the third quarter. And Watson is good again. He's been perfect from the line in this half. And misses that one. But his teammate, the rebound, a quick little short pass in the basket. So they end up coming away with 3 points from that possession. And a steal and a takeaway and a quick to the other end in the bucket. With the quick hands of number 21, Brandon Green of the Royals. And another takeaway by Coleman. Coleman up ahead for the alley-oop is no good. And a rebound to Kenny Barnes. And Kenny Barnes is triple teamed, loses it. I thought there would have been a foul by then. And Kenny Barnes is in disbelief. Like, how is there no whistle? I thought that was unbelievable that he was sitting there and the rest allowed the continuance of play. And the Royals came away with it. And now we got TJ Jackson on the floor, face down, hurt. And I hope he's okay, and he does not look okay. I did not see him make contact with the floor, but he does not look good at all. He's rolling his neck and his head. Did not look good at all. I think Cameron Barnes might come in. To replace him, we got 6 players on the floor, 7. We got the whole team on the floor now, so we'll see what Liz Cannell goes with right here. Give TJ a rest and make sure he's all right. TJ wants to stay on the floor and is, but he doesn't look good to him. He says he's good, but I don't know. I think Liz is waving him off right now. She's going to put Jamal Whaley out there with Kenny Barnes, Moses, Cameron Barnes, and Astro Beatty. So that's the surf lineup. Oh, I'm sorry. Does that say 68-66? Wow. It was 68-58 the last time I saw the score, and they are only clinging to a 2-point lead. Wow. I don't believe the Royals caught them. I don't know if they were even sure if that was the right score. They were asking me, but I can't really hear them because I have headphones on. I was just making a statement that I can't believe the score is 68-66 when I was checking for you guys at home. Because it was 68-58 last time. So look at this. Looky here now. Oceanside only up by 2. But they do got the ball, so they need to increase that lead because they were up by 20 points in this game. Looking really good at the half, and they just have not got the ball in the bucket this half. Moses over to Whaley. Whaley was open, but he puts it down low to Kenny Barnes, who fumbles it out of bounds. Here's Cameron Barnes. Cameron Barnes, no good, but Astro Beatty there with the follow-up. That puts the surf back up by 4. 70-66. 5:55 left here in the third quarter. Jaden Martin over to Rainey. Rainey rains down with the 3. That cuts the surf lead to 1. There's Jamal Whaley with the long rebound. To Kenny in the corner. Kenny Barnes has been kind of quiet, but his brother has not. His brother is all alone on the other side and is short on that. So not connecting from three-point land like he was in the first half. And we got a whistle. Cam Barnes into Whaley. Ball dribbling through his legs. Looking right, looking left. Gets over to Kenny Barnes. Kenny Barnes being guarded by Rainey. And the Royals try to force the ball out of his hands, but it ends up in the hands of the Surf and into Astor Beatty down low, but he can't get it to roll. Cam Barnes can't get it to go either, and Martin pulls down the rebound. It'll be called a jump ball. And a possession error will go to the Royals. So Surf come up empty on that end and only have a 1-point lead now, so the Royals can take the lead for the first time since the 3 points they were awarded before the game for an admin tech or admin penalty. I don't know what they call that. Sorry. Something to do with the admin violation. All right, we'll go with that. And there's Rainey going down the lane with the left hand. Has it knocked away, but it falls in. So Royals take the lead by 1. Cam Barnes quickly at the other end. Can't get it to go. And a rebound lost out of bounds. And the rest will say stay right here. It'll be Surf ball. T.J. Jackson into all alone. Kenny Barnes, guarded by Rainey. Another whistle.
Hey, what's that? How many you got? Green, your coach just walked him up earlier.
Thought he said a foul on 21. But 11 was guarding the ball. So you guys can take that however you like, 21 or 11. T.J. Barnes with a dangerous pass inside of Jake Moses. And guess what? It's all the way up ahead in Royals territory. Can't get it to go on a couple of opportunities. Surf come away with it. And bodies fall at midcourt. And Aaron with his left hand doesn't get it to go. Royals the rebound. Ball in the hands of Cameron Barnes coming back the other way. He's Kenny Barnes, his brother, all alone at the other end. He bounces it first. Gets it off the rim and over the backboard. So a turnover by the Surf. Maybe Kenny should have just caught and shot. Catch and shoot, caught and shot. Like that. But we got a timeout on the floor. Royals up by 1, 71-70 over the Oceanside Surf, who had led it by 20 in the second quarter. We got 3:46 left here in the third quarter. 1-point lead by the Royals, who are dominating in this third quarter. There's a few easy missed opportunities. That left hand by Aaron Hand should have gone, but didn't. This wasn't quite strong enough. And the open look from the corner by Kenny didn't go. And the Royals end up with the basket at the other end. All right, so Zach Cowell to inbound the ball. And he does. And Rainey will bring it up the floor, being guarded by T.J. Jackson. Over to Martin. Back in the hands of Cowell. Cowell turns around, jumper is short. But a feisty Coleman comes away with the ball. Coleman has been great defensively, not letting anything be brought up the floor easily when he's on D. But he lost it offensively that time, but teammate Rainey comes back away with it and saves the day for the Royals. Back in the hands of Cowell. Cal gonna drive the hole. Doesn't get it to go. Cal with the rebound on the other side. Turning around a lot and finally gets the ball to fall. Well, Zach Cal got excited for himself there. And Moses at the other end is going to get fouled. Stop the fast break play there. And Moses will be at the line shooting 2.
He couldn't see over here.
Jake Moses with the basket. Still down by 3. Has one more free throw coming to him. And that's way off. So Royals lead at 74-71. 3-point lead with 2:46 left here in the third quarter. Here's Rainey pulling up from the elbow. No good. Nothing but air, but offensive rebound to the Royals. And nice pass and play. And the bucket is good by Brandon Settles. Hadn't said his name today. Here's Moses going baseline. Is good. Beautiful play by Moses. I tell you, he's got some beautiful plays there. That might be because his name is Moses. Named after Moses from the Bible. He did a lot of miraculous things. And at the other side is Polly Coleman. Makes it a 76-73 lead with 2:05 left here in the third quarter. Here's Cameron Barnes going through the lane. T.J. Jackson gets bumped and fouled. And he'll be at the line shooting 2. Looks like he's still holding on to his head. Come on, they're hitting me in my head. My head already hurts. He's having fun with Suttles. We need these free points while the clock is stopped. Got 1:59 stoppage point here in the third quarter. But the Surf down by 3 after leading by 20. So TG needs to get this lead back. Not going to do it with the clock stopped and missing the free throws. He's going to have one more free throw opportunity. Got to slice into this lead with this clock stopped. Got to get a defensive stop and start making these offensive baskets. And TJ gets that one. Makes it just a Royals 2-point lead now, 76-74, 1:53 left here in the third. Fred Banks with a quick dish over to his teammate, no good. Rebound pulled down by Cam. But Cam is going to be called for the tie-up for the jump ball. It'll be Surf ball. So it's Cameron Barnes bringing the ball up the floor. Gets it over to Moses. Moses pull-up jumper, no good. A little long. Falls in the hands of Fred Banks, and he puts it in the hands of Coleman. Coleman bringing it up the floor, driving the lane. Going to take the follow-away jumper to the left end. No good. Rebound to the Surfs. Oh, TJ thought about pulling it up, gave it back to KJ. And ball rims in and out, and KJ with the putback. KJ Houston makes it 76-78 with 1:03 left. Final minute ticking down on the third quarter. Here's Rainey. Over to Cal. Intercepted by T.J. Jackson. T.J. Jackson with nobody in front of him. T.J. Jackson ties up the game. 78-78. 44 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Coleman. Nice dish, but Astro blocks it away. There's a whistle on the play? I didn't hear the whistle with these headphones on. They are going to call a foul against Astro Beatty. Thought he had a great, tremendous block. He did do a tremendous job of stopping a beautiful play by the Royals there. This is Brandon Settles at the line. This is the first free throw. and makes the second free throw. So that breaks the tie. It's a 1-point lead with that free throw, 79-78 with 25 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Moses driving against Cal, kicks it out to TJ. TJ guarded tightly by Coleman. KJ Houston now being guarded by Rainey. Clock should not have been ticking down one there. The scores table is calling the clock down to 1 second for the shot clock, but did not have the ball possession that long. The refs say 8.9 seconds put on the clock. For the game clock. So shot clock is off now. KJ Houston with the ball. Jake Moses alone for three. No good. Long rebound. Couldn't get controlled by Cam, and we got a whistle on the floor. Or it's the end of the third quarter, it looks like. Thought there was maybe 1 second left on the clock, I heard somebody say, but looks like we are at the end of three. With the out-of-town guys from Vegas on top, 79-78. Royals leading the Surf after being down by 20 in the second quarter. They had a tremendous third quarter. And have retaken this lead. We're gonna have just 12 minutes of play left, one period left here on a Saturday afternoon in San Diego, California. Can the Surf take back their lead after leading by 20? They were dominating this whole first half. With the Royals with all the momentum here in the third quarter. To see what happens in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is going to be the deciding factor. It's who has the most points when the final buzzer hits in 12 minutes. So here we go. Again, Las Vegas Royals leading the Oceanside Surf by 1, 79-78. Here's Zach Cowell. He gets tied up by Moses. It'll be a jump ball, and it'll be possession arrow to the Surf this time. TJ Jackson gets it into KJ. KJ over to Astro. Going to be a push against the Royals on number 11.
How many does 11 have?
That is Jacob Rainey committing the foul, who's been really great, tremendously bringing it up the floor, but also great defensively at that point guard position. Him and Coleman with the two guards have been playing really good offensively and defensively. Here's Cameron Barnes. Here's it knocked away. It'll stay Surf ball here. It's a little less on the, should be on the clock. Here's Jake Moses for three, no good. Goes over the other side of the rim, and Zach Kell alone at the other end. Jake tried to block it away, but Zach's shot went over his hands and in the basket. So 3-point lead now for the Las Vegas Royals. 11:08 left here in the game. Cameron Barnes took a step. KJ Houston baseline is good. So KJ cuts the Royals lead to 1. 81-80, 10:53 left here in the game. Rainey pulls up. Doesn't knock it down, but his teammate Settles is there for the rebound, and there's a foul in the middle of the lane. Rainey draws a foul. Rainey will be at the line shooting 2. And the foul is attributed to Cameron Barnes, number 24 of the Surf. They're going to say non-shooting foul. They're going to take it out of bounds. Rainey inbounds it. Ball doesn't go. Hands had rebound for a moment, and it got knocked out of bounds off the hands of the Royals. So it'll be Surf ball. 10:39. A 1-point game here. Surf down 81-80. Here's T.J. Jackson. And just being, just scary and sloppy. But Hands comes away with it, and he's underneath and gets the bucket to go. Missed one of those earlier. Thankfully got that one. And Surf have retaken the lead, 82-81 with 10:17 left here in the game. 1-point lead for the Surf. Good defense by Surf, forcing it into the backcourt. But not a backcourt violation because it had touched the other team. And here come the Surf. Moses, no good that time. Rebound and putback, no good. Moses, another opportunity off the window and in is Jake Moses, giving us Surf an 84-81 lead. 9:48 left here in the game. So Royals down by 3. They had been down by 20 in the second quarter if you're just joining us. Here's Fred Banks, loses it out of control. Cam Barnes tries to get up ahead of TJ, has that knocked away. Great defensive play by the Royals. This Las Vegas team has had a really feisty, good defense. But Brandon Soto's part of that, and he comes off the floor. We'll sit and rest. Here's Oceanside. Surf with a 3-point lead. Trying to make it 5 here on this possession if they can score and connect. And nope, Royals come away with it. Here's Martin coming back the other way, puts it up. The lob is good, and the basket is good by Brandon Green. That has been a really easy combination right there. Nobody big enough at the other end for Brandon Green on the fast break and lob opportunities. But quick answer at the other end by Kenny Barnes. Back to a 3-point lead for the Surf. Here's Watson. Watson's going to draw the foul. He'll be at the line shooting 2. Watson makes the first free throw. He's been making all of his free throws pretty much this whole second half. And Watson has been a big part of the comeback by the Royals. So he makes them both. And that cuts the Oceanside Surf to a 1-point lead. 86-85, Surf on top. Kenny Barnes being guarded by Martin. Martin trying to slap it away. They said these guys have been feisty on defense and taking the ball away a lot. Altered shots. Here's T.J. Jackson. Shot clock violation committed by the Oceanside Surf. So that's a turnover to the Royals. We're only down by 1 with 8 minutes and 8 seconds left in this game. So it's anybody's game. And ball taken away by Kenny Barnes. Barnes over to all alone. Cameron Barnes. His brother, no good. Moses the rebound. You got a new clock. You don't have to force it up. Cameron Barnes gets it to drop. Back to a 3-point lead. Fred Banks bringing the ball up the floor for the Royals, down by 3. 7.5 minutes to go here in the game. Fred Banks, son of Freddie Banks from UNLV, 1987 Final Four NCAA tournament team. And Watson with a long 3, gonna draw the foul. Wow. I don't know if that was intentional. That's actually a pretty smart play, Watson. My dear Watson. It might have been. I mean, I can see that. He totally did a leaner into the defense. to draw the contact, knowing he's way out yonder. He's going to be at the line making free throws when he's a really great free throw shooter. So he's been perfect from the line, I think, in this whole entire second half. Like I said, very instrumental in this comeback by the Royals, who had been down like 58-38 earlier in the game. Toward the end of the second half, Watson had actually been pretty quiet in the first quarter, and was one of the big reasons why Royals had a comeback. He started nailing three-pointers and making all of his free throws. Got a couple twos. And that Dominique Watson, I'm referring to, number 0 on the Royals, ended up having 14 points at the half after a very quiet start. So he's been at the line a few times already here in the second half. This will probably be his 4th trip, and he's going to have 3 shot opportunities. And guess what? They are down by 3, 88-85, with 7:25 left here in the game. So this is how you make a comeback. Getting the free throws with the clock stopped. And he's perfect again. And nothing but nylon again for Watson. Taking 2 out of the 3 so far. Puts them down by 1 right now. This will tie it. And that free throw good. Ties up the game. So we are knotted up 88-88 with 7:19 left here in the game. Here's Kenny Barnes. Kenny Barnes Jr. over to A-Rod. A-Rod with the spin move. Underhand shuffle to the rim. Doesn't go, it's short. And back the other way is Coleman. Polly Coleman with the basket. Here's Kenny Barnes Jr. Kenny Barnes Jr. gets it to go. So nice quick answer by him. 90-90. We stay tied up. 6:42 left here in the game. Here's Coleman. Polly with the little head fake and basket to go. Polly Coleman gives the Las Vegas Royals a 2-point lead here. Been back and forth in the last few minutes.
Good, Fred. Watch number 3, Pete.
Kenny Barnes. Tried the same shot as last time, didn't go, a little short. Royals there for the rebound, and all alone at the other end is Jaden Martin with the basket. Gives the Royals a 4-point lead, 94-90, they lead it. T.J. Jackson underneath the baseline is good. 94-92 Royals. Fred Banks. Fred Banks to Coleman down low underneath the baseline. A tough shot, and in is Polly Coleman. It was a tough shot, and it went in. And that gives the Royals a 4-point lead again, 96-92. Only 5:38 left now. Clock just keeps ticking and ticking down. And now we got a whistle on the floor as we got T.J. Jackson down on the baseline. He's already been injured earlier, but stayed in the game after a timeout. Looks like a little slippery stuff over there. TJ is a fighter. No, that score is correct. That score is correct. 4-point lead. It's a 4-point lead. It's correct. I've been saying the score the whole time. put this ball back in play. We got 5 minutes and 32 seconds left.
Stay here. Stay here. Just watch the scoreboard. Yo, watch the score. Be on the ass. Paulie, play basketball.
All right, Cameron Barnes. Over to A-Rod. A-Rod outside. Now this play's being guarded tightly. Kicks it back out to Cameron Barnes, alone for three. He's short. He was hot in the first half. Gets a long rebound, and that's good. Mid-range jumper from the inside the key is good by Cameron Barnes. 5:10 left in the game. That cuts the Royals lead to 2, 96-94. Coleman draws the foul. He'll have 2 shots. Fouled before the shot. And he'll be at the line shooting 2. Looking to build on their 2-point lead. It's a little more than 5 minutes left, 5:04 to be precise.
Hold on, that's the bonus.
This is a shooting foul before the shot. And the first free throw is missed by Coleman.
Wait a minute. What side are we on?
No.
Too many referees out here. Too many unpaid referees.
And a second free throw is good. That puts the Royals back up by 3, 97-94. 5 minutes left here in the game, and we got bodies all over the place. Watson, Kenny Barnes, and a foul called by the ABA refs here. All right, here's Polly Coleman getting across midcourt. The game clock's not going. Here's Fred Banks being guarded by Kenny Barnes Jr. And Watson with long range, no good. And denied is Brandon Green, who goes to the floor. But there is a foul called by the refs. Again, Las Vegas Royals were ranked in the top 10 of the country, up by 3, but had been down by 20. So Oceanside Surf only 1-7 this season, but have been really, really great in a lot of games. But they were up by 20 over this top-ranked team. They gave up the lead in the third quarter. And down by 3 right now. And Royals going to the free throw line to look to build on to this 3-point lead that they have. And thankfully for the Surf, that free throw is missed by Brandon Green. We'll have one more coming to him. And that free throw is basically an air ball. Might have grazed the net. T.J. Jackson coming back the other end. Has lots of black jerseys, but a quick pass to Aaron Hands. A-Rod get in the basket to go and cuts the Royals lead to 1. So it's 97-96 with 4:23 left here in the game. Little more than 4 minutes. And we got a whistle away from the ball. .52. Foul. I don't understand who 52 is. Do we even have a 52? Rough Club fell on 52. We don't have a 52. Nonetheless, Royals ball. Royals with a lead, a 1-point lead, 97 to 96. 4:10 left here in the game. Here's Coleman. Thought about it, got it down low. His teammate who makes the basket, Jaden Martin, puts the Royals up by 3, 99 to 96. And Kenny Barnes passes it to his teammate Jamal Whaley on the bench, which is a turnover. Out of bounds to the Royals. Royals clinging to a 3-point lead with 3:54 left in the game. And we got a timeout on the floor, it looks like. All right, so 3:53 and ticking now. Still one possession game as the Royals up by 3, but pulling up for 3 is Watson, and he makes it. So it's a 6-point lead, 2 possession game now. 6-point lead for the Royals. And on his back is Green on the floor, who did commit the foul, as I thought. Brandon Green with the foul. Non-shooting foul. The Surf will have the ball out of bounds. Surf is down by 6 though, but still a 2-possession game. But time on the clock is only 3:38. Here's the inbound by KJ Houston into Kenny Barnes. Kenny Barnes driving baseline, slowly getting in there and draws the foul. And it looks like tried to draw the foul and committed the turnover with the travel violation. There's Polly Coleman, and he's all alone. Step back for 3, no good, and Cameron Barnes the rebound. Cameron Barnes with 2 defenders in the backcourt with him and takes away. We got a whistle from another court, but it wasn't ours. Watson with the basket. Well, now it's an 8-point lead all of a sudden for the Las Vegas Royals. And there's A-Rod connecting, makes it back to a 2-possession game. And a 6-point lead for the Royals, but only 2:46 left here in the game. So Royals leading 104 to 98 with 2:38. Clock should be stopped. Try if you're able, if you could put 2 seconds back on the clock, because those are the Surf's time that they need. Should be 2:39 back on the clock, at least. If you can. I don't know if you know how. If you don't know how, good. Here's Rainey with the ball and a 6-point lead, 2:35 and ticking. Surf are running out of time. They gotta get a defensive stop on this possession, as it's already a 2-possession game for them, down by 6. The Royals come away with the basket. It'll be a 3-possession game for them. And Royals lose it out of bounds, so good for the Surf. Still a 2-possession game. but only 2:17 now and ticking. TJ Jackson with the ball. TJ gonna pull up for three. An outside arc, no good. A-Rod the rebound. Doesn't get the foul that he wanted, but the ball goes out of bounds. A-Rod is like, why am I not getting the foul calls when they're all over me? And they have been all over him. They do retain possession, but they're down by 6 with 2:06 left in the game. So they need to get the basket and a stop at the other end. And the basket is no good, and the Royals get the ball. Fred Banks gonna slow it up. Fred Banks being guarded by TJ Jackson. Fred Banks over to Watson. Watson for three, no good. Long rebound to Moses. Moses up ahead to TJ. TJ gonna pull up for three. TJ bounces off the front of the rim. A-Rod the rebound, has it knocked away. Moses comes up with it. Moses gonna go straight to the hole, draws the foul. And they called that an offensive foul against Chake Moses. So instead of it being free throws, it's a charge. Unbelievable. And it stays a 6-point lead for the Royals. Serve come up empty, and now we only have 1:27 and ticking. So the lead is not being cut into by the serve, and they are losing time. The Royals, who had been down by 20 in the second quarter, are leading this game by 6. Now they're going to call a defensive foul against number 1, Kenny Barnes. And there is only ones left on the clock. 1:11 here in the game. And TJ Jackson is going to hobble to the bench. So we got Cameron Barnes, Kenny Barnes, A-Rod, Moses, and KJ Houston has just replaced TJ Jackson, I believe. So 1:11 left in the game. Still a 2-possession game. 104-98 is the score. Royals on top, and also at the free throw line looking to build on a 6-point lead. And Rainey nowhere close on the first free throw. Stays a 6-point game. Rainey, thankfully for the serve, misses the second one. That would have put them up by 3 possessions. But it stays a 2-possession game. A-Rod from long, which is not his shot, no good. Houston, the long rebound. KJ, cross court to Kenny. Kenny quick pass to his brother in the corner. No good for 3, but A-Rod there for the cleanup. So that cuts the Royals lead to 4. 104-100 is the score. 43 seconds left in the game. Going to have an intentional foul by Cameron Barnes. Not sure why they committed the intentional foul. They shouldn't have done that till maybe under 30 seconds. It was still 42.4 seconds. They should have played some good defense and tried to get the ball back without committing the foul, because they got Coleman on the line. And it's back to a 5-point lead. He can make it 6, and they had just cut it to 4. And Coleman does make it a 6-point game. It's 106-100. 38 seconds left in the game. Cameron Barnes from the corner. No good. He was hot from downtown in the first half and not here in the second. And now you got the intentional foul because you have to, but they should not have done it on the last play, the last possession. So now Watson, who has been perfect, this is the last person that they should have even fouled. Watson has been perfect from the line. And they're up 6. Now 7. So it's a 3-possession game, whether he makes this last free throw or not, which he probably will, because he has been about 95% from the line. So now it's a 3-point possession game, and you only have 26 seconds left on the clock for the Surf, who were up by 20 plus points in the first half. So this is going to be a terrible loss, it looks like, for the Surf. And again, Watson was the last person you want to foul, as he makes them both. He has been pretty much perfect from that line. So 108 to 100. A-Rod taking a long shot, which isn't really his shot, but Kenny Barnes from 3 is good. That's his shot. So Kenny Barnes 3 makes it a 2-possession game again. 108-103 is the score. Need to add a little bit of time left on the clock, because the clock should have stopped as soon as the ball went through the net and out of bounds. So good for Kenny Barnes. 3-point land makes it a 2-possession game, but only 14 seconds left on the clock. And Royals have the ball out of bounds at the far end, up by 5. 108-103. Zach Cal gets the ball in bounds, and Jada Martin is immediately fouled by KJ Houston. So 13.8 seconds left as Martin takes his spot at the free throw line. And he misses the first, so it remains a 5-point lead for the Royals. Still a 2-possession game, whether he'll make this or not. And he makes it, so it's a 6-point lead. 109-103. Liz Cannell calls an immediate timeout. Wisely. And we're going to have 13.8 seconds left here in the game. The Royals clinging on to a 6-point lead, 109-103 over the Oceanside Surf. So on the floor with the 13.8 seconds left for the Surf, trying to make a defensive stop and get a couple more buckets here is what they have to do to come out with a victory after having a 20-point lead in the second quarter. And you got Astro, A-Rod, Cameron Barnes, KJ Houston, Kenny Barnes on the floor for the Surf. We got Martin, Zach Cowell, Watson, and 88 is onto the floor. That's Carter Sullivan has come into the game for the Royals. So Kenny, or I should say KJ Houston is at the back baseline, going to have the ball. So they got the ball back, but they're down by 5 with 10 seconds and ticking. And it's still a clock issue here with the scoreboard operator, clock operator. Clock doesn't start till it touches somebody's hands inbounds, okay? So not until somebody touches the ball inbounds. There's Kenny Barnes. Kenny Barnes pulling up for 3. Bounces, doesn't go in. Astor there for the rebound, and a putback is good, but only 5.6 seconds. That took a lot of time. Surf down by 4. So only 2.8 seconds left. Martin at the line after the intentional foul committed. So it's not going to happen for the Surf with just 2.8 seconds left. The free throw is no good. Stays a 4-point game, 109-105. Royals leading after being down by 20 points, and they get the rebound, but all the time is going to go off the clock right now, and that's going to be a buzzer. That's the final buzzer, a long whistle, and that'll do it. So just not enough time, too little too late for the Oceanside Surf, as the Royals will stay probably in the top 10, and with this victory today over the Surf, 109-105 is your final score here from California, San Diego to be more precise, as the Surf fall to the Las Vegas Royals, 109-105. So tough loss once again for the Oceanside Surf after being up by 20. This is not their first loss that they had a lead by up by 20, but it was a remarkable game they played in the first half, but a totally different team in the second half. Looked like Coach Anthony McNeely fixed things at halftime. They came out, got all the momentum in the early third quarter, ended up retaking the lead. Surf caught him, took a small lead, and it kind of bounced back and forth. But they just never could catch the Royals at the end. And that's what matters for the Royals, is that they go back to Las Vegas with the win. So. Thank you, TJ. You okay, TJ? What did you hurt? Your head, your elbow, everything? Anything you didn't hurt? Sorry for your loss. Sorry for your pain.
Are you gonna do the interview?
My dear Watson. Is that the phrase? I can't remember. I'm not a Sherlock Holmes.
Are you doing interviews?
Yeah,
We're gonna
he's
have a
gonna
we're gonna have a quick little interview with my dear Watson. What's his first name again? I forgot. Dominique Watson. Dominique Watson. So you were like perfect from the line. I didn't see too much of you in the first quarter. I know I joked with you about being my post-game interview, but I really think I chose you actually right now because you actually had a lot to do with the comeback. A lot to do with the outside shot. You're this big, chunky, football player-ish looking, not athletic looking guy, and you just drive the lane like it's nothing. You have speed and quickness. You don't look it, but you do. You were nailing the three-pointers when you did start shooting, right? I saw nothing from you in the first quarter. Am I right?
No, I let my team go the first quarter.
Yep.
That's what I normally do. Try to see how they operate in the first, and when it's time for me to turn it on, I'm gonna turn it on.
And you did. You turned on those burners. I saw that. Like, did you run some track?
Huh?
Did you run track?
I did.
You
I
look
ran
like it on
the 100 meter, the 4x1, 4x2. I did it all.
Wow. Well, that's where we saw that on the floor today. Tell us what you guys talked about at halftime, because it was a huge turnaround. You guys were down by 20, maybe even more than 20.
Yeah. We talked about playing defense, communicating on defense, and playing together. When we don't talk and we don't play together on defense, the score always look how it did, and we always got to fight from behind. But once we talked about it at halftime, everybody woke up, and that's what we did.
And that was your only change y'all made, was to just get feisty on defense, and
Just focus on defense. The offense is going to come.
that's right. Well, defense wins championships. You guys
Yes, ma'am, it
were
do. Yes, ma'am.
you guys were ranked maybe number 9 in the country, or number 5 maybe.
We're number 5 now, yes.
Number 5 now. Well, you guys, good luck. I hope you can take down the Chula Vista Suns in a regional, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't know if they're going to
the
like me
plan
saying
is-
I hope you do, but I mean.
That's the plan. That's the plan. Going back to nationals, that's the plan. We know it's some good teams in our division, some good teams in our region. So, it's up for grabs for all of us. We all got to fight. Especially, Chula Vista, they're the number 1 team. And, we headhunting for them just like they headhunt for us. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they're still our brothers. Thank you.
All right. Well, congratulations on your win. Have a nice,
Thank
safe
you.
trip back to Las Vegas.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day. Thank you, Watson. That was Dominique Watson. So we thank you for joining us for this ABA presentation with PR Sports Network. I'm Holly Bridges. We got Penny Hardaway, Penny Rodriguez is his real name. on the ones and twos back here. So we thank you for joining us. You have a great weekend. We'll see you next time for Oceanside Surf Basketball. I'm Holly Bridges. Have a great day.